Morning children. I thought it would be a really good idea just to introduce some of the activities that we've got this week on the learning grid. Now, the story that we want you to read this week with your adults is The Bad-Tempered Ladybird, and you'll find the link on the home learning grid. It's all about this bad-tempered ladybird who is cross about everything. I hope you enjoy the book, but before we go any further, can you show me your bad-tempered, your cross face? Let me see yours and I'll show you mine. Fantastic, children. One of the activities that we want you to do is to create your own bad-tempered ladybird. Now, you can use your imagination and you can either use paints, colouring pencils, felt tips. You can find anything that's red around the house with your adult's permission. It can be 3D. This is one that I made earlier. It's just a bit like Blue Peter. This is mine. And I found an old celebrations box in my cupboard. And I thought I would just draw some black dots for the spots. I found some googly eyes. These are my daughters. And I didn't have any black paper or black wool, so I got some blue. So you just have to improvise, okay? But this is one that I made. And I know that myself and the other teachers in Foundation really look forward to seeing yours on Tapestry or via email, okay? Now, the other activity is for you to think about what makes you bad-tempered. And we want you to write this, okay? So this is part of your writing learning for this week. So I have already drawn a big speech bubble and I have put, I feel bad-tempered when. And I want you, with your adults, to try to think about what makes you bad-tempered, what makes you cross. Now, you know that I love chocolate. Where did I put my pen? So when people eat my chocolate, that makes me bad-tempered. I get really cross and grumpy. So that's what I am going to write. So your adults will write, I feel bad-tempered when. So you just need to add to your sentence, okay? If you're feeling more adventurous, you can write all of the sentence, okay? But it's totally up to you. So, I feel bad-tempered when someone, now this is a tricky word, someone eats. Can you see that I have got a finger space in between? This is a red word, my chocolate. Now I'm trying to write on the line. And at the end, what do we have, children? Yes, we have a full stop. Now, some of these words are quite tricky. And some words that you want to write might be tricky as well. But just try your best and use your phonics knowledge to try to write the words, okay? I'm sure that your adults will help you at home. So let me read what makes me grumpy. I feel bad-tempered when someone eats my chocolate. Now, I look forward to finding out what makes you bad-tempered, what makes you grumpy. Okay, now another lesson for maths is all about finding 3D shapes around the house. So I want you to go on a hunt with your adults though. I don't want you rummaging and searching through cupboards and things like that, because I want you to be safe. So I've had a good hunt around my house and I found some 3D shapes and I'm going to show you. The first one is this shape. Now I wonder if you know what this 3D shape is. If you said a sphere, you are correct. Well done. Now a sphere has just one curved face. It's got no edges, no corners, no vertices. It's just got one curved face. Now, I found it really easy to find sphere shapes around the house, okay? So I'm sure that you will too. The next shape is this. Now, I've got a few things. I've got a candle. I'll put it there. I've got a glue stick. I've got a tin of fruit. I've got a jar of hot chocolate. I wonder if you can think about what shape this is called. Now, this shape has got one round curved face. It's got two flat faces. And it's got two curved edges. But it's got no corners, it's got no vertices, no corners, because the corners are the pointy bits right at the edge. But it's got one curved face, two flat faces. And can you see the 2D shape here? What 2D shape is this? If you said a circle, you were correct. Have you figured out what this shape is called? If you said a cylinder, you were right. Give yourselves a thumbs up. Well done, children. Okay. The next one is this. So I've got this. I'm not going to tell you what it is because the name of this will tell you what shape it is. And then I've got this. Okay. Can you think about what shape this is called? If you said a cube, you were correct. Now, what's so special about a cube is that all the faces are the same. And they are a square shape. So all the faces are the same. They have 12 edges. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, then 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 edges. And this has got corners. These are called vertices. That's the really grown-up mathematical word for it. Corners. Let's count the corners, the vertices. 1, 2, 3, 4, other side, 5, 6, 7, 8. So a cube has got 6 faces, the same, 12 edges and 8 vertices. Another shape that I found was this. Oh, now it looks a little bit like a cube, but can you see what is different about the faces? If you said the faces are not the same, you are correct. In this shape, there are faces that are different sizes. They're different shapes. And this 3D shape is called a cuboid. Now, it is similar to the cube, whereas it's got 12 edges, 8 vertices, but the faces are slightly different. The cube, they're all the same, but with the cuboid, they are different. Okay, so that's the main difference between a cuboid and a cube. Now, this one, my daughter actually found. Now, I wonder if you can work it out. Okay, now, it's this shape here. Here's the bottom of it. So at the bottom, it's got one face that is a square. And then it's got other faces. It's got 4 other faces that are a triangle shape. So this 3D shape has got 5 faces. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now it has got 5 vertices, 5 corners. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it's got 1 on the top. 5. Let's count the edges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, what shape does this remind you of? These can be found in Egypt. And if you said a pyramid, you were right. This is a square, because it's got a square at the bottom, based pyramid. And this is the only pyramid shape object that I could find around the house. There's also here, there's 3 cylinders. Can you see 3 cylinders on this one as well? So this object's got quite a few different 3D shapes. Now the last shape I could not find. I have got some of these shapes, but they're in my loft and I couldn't go up and get them, so I made one. And this is what it looks like. Now I'm going to turn it this way round. What does that remind you of? You would have this in the summer when it's really hot, maybe when you're on holiday, by the seaside. What does this shape look like? If you said a cone, you are correct, children. And with a cone, it's got 2 faces. It's got 1 curved shape that goes all the way round. And then it's got 1 circle flat face at the bottom. Okay, because it normally stands up like this. And then it's got 1 edge going all the way round, and it's a curved edge. It's not a straight edge, it's a curved edge. And then at the top, it's got 1 corner. It's 1 vertices, okay? 1 corner, okay? So, I hope you enjoyed me showing you all the different 3D shapes, showing you the ladybird that I made, and showing you what makes me bad-tempered. I am really looking forward to seeing some of your work on Tapestry and via email, and I'm sure the other teachers are looking forward to it too. So happy learning this week. Bye children.